Welcome to our detailed exploration of the book of Matthew, chapters 21 through 25. We delve into the confrontation between the kingdom of Jesus and the earthly dominions of Israel's leaders. This narrative invites us to embrace the principles and peace of Jesus' kingdom in our contemporary world. As Jesus approaches Jerusalem, fulfilling the prophecy in Zechariah, he rides on a donkey, a symbol of peace and humility. The crowd's response, as described in Matthew 21:9, is electric, with shouts of, "Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest heaven!" echoing through the streets. Jesus' dramatic act of cleansing the temple is a powerful indictment of the corrupt practices among the religious leaders. He overturns the tables of the money changers and declares in Matthew 21:13, "It is written, 'My house shall be called a house of prayer,' but you make it a den of robbers." Jesus returns to the temple. The chief priests and the elders challenge his authority, asking in Matthew 21:23, "By what authority are you doing these things?" Jesus counters with a question about the baptism of John, which they cannot answer without incriminating themselves. This exchange underscores their unwillingness to recognize divine authority, even when it is evident. Jesus tells the parable of the two sons to highlight the hypocrisy of the leaders who profess obedience but fail to live righteously, contrasting them with those who repent and follow God's ways. The parable of the tenants illustrates the leaders' rejection of Jesus, the Son sent by God. The tenants kill the Son, hoping to seize his inheritance, a direct prophecy of Jesus' impending death at the hands of these leaders. The kingdom of heaven is likened to a king who invites guests to his son's wedding. Despite initial refusals and mistreatment of his servants, the king's banquet hall is eventually filled. One guest, however, is cast out for not wearing a wedding garment, illustrating the need for proper preparation to enter God's kingdom. The Sadducees, who say there is no resurrection, test Jesus with a question about marriage at the resurrection. Jesus corrects their misunderstanding in Matthew 22:30, emphasizing, "At the resurrection, people will neither marry nor be given in marriage. They will be like the angels in heaven." When the Pharisees ask Jesus about the greatest commandment, he replies in Matthew 22:37-39, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself." Jesus poses a question to the Pharisees about the Messiah's lineage, asking in Matthew 22:42, "Whose son is he?" They say, "The son of David." Jesus then quotes Psalm 110 to show that the Messiah, called Lord by David, transcends earthly lineage, confounding the Pharisees. Jesus openly criticizes the scribes and Pharisees for their hypocrisy in a series of woes. He condemns their outward show of piety, their manipulation of the law for personal gain, and their lack of justice, mercy, and faith. Jesus describes the signs of the end times and the coming of the Son of Man. He emphasizes readiness through the parable of the 10 virgins, Matthew 25:1-13, and faithful stewardship through the parable of the bags of gold, Matthew 25:14-30, where servants are entrusted with wealth and expected to manage it wisely. The narratives from Matthew 21-25 illustrate the profound clash between Jesus' heavenly kingdom and the temporal powers of Israel's leaders, culminating in a call to align with God's eternal kingdom. These teachings challenge us to evaluate our commitments. Are they aligned with the transient rulers of this world, or with the enduring and transformative reign of Christ? Subscribe now to not miss out on our next episode, where we dive deeper into the Word, finding answers, hope, and inspiration together. Your journey through the Bible, animated and alive, starts here. Click here to watch Part 7.